Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel today. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to draft this beautiful dress as you can see here. So guys, if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. So I made mine with an Ankara fabric, so you can make yours with a Kampala fabric. Okay, so it depends on what you want, and I actually made use of, I think, 3 yards. I made use of 3 yards of Ankara fabric, and it also depends on the length you want. So if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also turn on the notification bell so that when I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. So without wasting your time, let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmate. So guys, let's go ahead and draft out the pattern. The first thing I'm going to do is to divide my shoulder measurement into 2, which is 7.5. Then I'm going to come down by ½ inch on my shoulder slope. From that shoulder slope, I'm going to mark 7.5 inches, which is my armhole length, then 10 inches for my bust point, 16.5 for my half length. Okay, so just go ahead and mark out your measurement, your vertical measurement. Okay, the length of this gown is going to be around 41 inches, but the length of this paper is 36, so I'm going to complete the length when I'm cutting on my fabric. Okay, then from the waistline I came down by 8 inches. This is going to serve as the hip line. After doing that, go ahead now and connect the points together like so. The next thing to do now is to mark out my neck width of 3 inches, then connect the shoulder slope like so. I'm going to divide my bust measurement into 4, which is 9. I got 9, so I placed it there, and also place the half of my shoulder measurement to get like a straight line for the armhole length. Okay, after getting the armhole length, I'm going to divide what I have at this part, this armhole length, get the midpoint, then go in by ½ inch like this. So after doing that, go ahead now and connect with a nice curve. Go ahead and connect your armhole curve like this. Okay, so after doing that, now coming to the waistline, divide your waist measurement into 4. Mine is 8. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for that, so this is going to have a dart, then 1.5 inches for stitching allowance. You also add your stitching allowance at the chest line area. Okay, after your bust divided by 4, add your stitching allowance. Also on the hip area, divide your hip measurement by 4, add your stitching allowance, but I'm going to add extra ½ inch because I want this to be free a bit at the hip area. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to just connect the points together like this. You can see, just connect it. So whatsoever you have at the hip area, go ahead and extend it to the gown length like this. I hope you understand. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark my bust span, that is my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Mine is 3.5, so I'm going to just mark it out like this on the bust point line, the waistline, the hip line, and also at the bottom part of the gown. So just draw a straight line, connect with a straight line. After doing that, I'm going to mark ½ inch at both sides of that line towards the waist line, that is the half length line. Okay, so to get my dart, after doing that, this is what we are having, guys. The next thing for me to do is to label these lines out like so. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to come down by 2.5 inches from the waistline. That is how low I want it to be. So when you come down by 2.5 inches, then you go ahead now and connect your curve. So just connect the shape of your choice. Okay, just connect it the way you want this part now to be. It's very easy. So after doing that, this is what I'm having. I think I love the curve I'm having at this part. So after getting that, the next thing I'm going to do is to highlight this with my marker. Okay, so I'm going to just highlight the part that will be needed. So towards this part, we are going to make like a slash and spread method. Make sure you label it completely to know the center front and the side front. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by about 3.5 inches. That is how low I want the neck depth of the front to be. So the neck depth of the back is going to be higher, which is 1 inch. Okay, so the front is going to be 3.5 inches. Then connect your neckline like so. So after doing so, this is what we are having now. So at this point, you can actually place this on your fabric to cut out the front and the back. The only difference between the front and the back is just the zip allowance and the neckline. Okay, so the neckline of the back, like I said earlier, is going to be 1 inch instead of 3.5 inches for the neck depth. I hope you understand. So the neck depth of the back is 1 inch. For you to understand what I'm saying better, for those of you that are new into sewing, so what I was trying to say is, instead of going ahead to draft out the back pattern, all you need to do is to just add another paper like this. So just go ahead and add up another paper like so, then you mark out your zip allowance. Okay, so your zip allowance can be 1 inch, it can be 1.5 inches, it can be 2 inches, depending on how you want it to be. For me, I think I marked out about 1.5 inches or 2 inches thereabout. So after doing that, guys, you can see what we are having. So after cutting out this paper, I'm still going to place it at this bottom part. Okay, so I'm going to just place the paper at this bottom part, then I'm going to hold it down with my sellotape. So I think this is very easy, instead of going ahead to draft out the back pattern again. So it's better you do it this way, okay, to save your paper. So guys, after doing that, this is what we have for the zip allowance. So you can see how it's looking, guys. So this is the zip allowance right here. Very easy. So I'm going to just write the zip allowance. Then for the neck depth of the back, like I said earlier, I'm going to just use 1 inch. Now this depends on the size you are working with, okay? So you can make it 1.5 inches. For me, I want it to be 1 inch. Okay, so when you want to place this on your fabric, this is what you should do. The first thing to do is to go ahead and cut out the back pattern first. Okay, so after cutting out the back pattern, you fold in the zip allowance area. Just go ahead and fold in the zip allowance area, and mind you, when cutting your pattern, the first neckline you need to cut is the back neckline. Remember, we are going to use this pattern to cut out the back. So when you cut out the back neckline, place it on your fabric and cut out the back pattern first. Okay, cut out the back pattern, then fold in the zip allowance area. So go ahead and cut out the front neck depth and place it on your fabric, then cut out the front pattern. I hope you understand. This is very easy. So let's go ahead now and draft out the sleeve. Let me go ahead now and trim off this part so that the top part can be straight. So I will just go ahead and trim it off. After trimming it off, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by 3.5 inches. This is going to serve as a cap height. So if you don't know how to get your cap height, let me know on the comment section and I'm going to explain to you better, okay? So I'm going to mark it out like this, 3.5 inches, and the length of this sleeve is going to be around 5 inches. So this is a cap sleeve we are trying to make, okay? So I'm going to leave the length at 5 inches. Then towards the line where I marked my 3.5 inches, I'm going to divide my armhole measurement by 2 and I'm going to place it there. Then I'm going to add my stitching allowance. Place your stitching allowance of 2 inches or more. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to subtract ½ inch towards the length of the sleeve like this, then connect it like this. Hope you see. I don't want it to be straight. If you want it to be straight, and just leave it straight, but I want it to be like this. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to just get the midpoint of this part. Get the midpoint. After getting the midpoint at the top like this, in between, I'm going to also get the midpoint. So after doing that, I'm going to just curve it like this. So go ahead now and curve it like this. Okay, this is the easiest way I normally get my sleeve and it has been helping me a lot. So after doing that, now from the length of the sleeve towards the center front, I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Okay, so go up by 1 inch and curve it like this. See, so after curving it this way, this is what we are having. The cap sleeve is out, very easy. Okay, so this is what we are having, guys. So I'm going to just cut this out.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.
After cutting it out, this is what we have. You can see how the cap sleeve is looking like. So this is it. This is the sleeve. When you are placing this on your fabric, make sure to add your stitching allowance, half inch at the bottom part, half inch at the top part. So guys, these are all the patterns for this particular style. In our next video, we are going to be stitching this down. If you're interested to see the sewing part, let me know also on the comment section. Hope you get. So see you there. Bye.